We're going to learn how to express fractions in their lowest terms. To reduce a fraction to its lowest term, we divide both the numerator and the denominator of the fraction by the common factor. What do I mean by the common factor? The common factor of the numerator and the denominator is a number that divides both the numerator and the denominator without a remainder. The highest number that can divide both of them without a remainder. So when we divide the numerator and the denominator by that highest number, we will be able to reduce the fraction to the lowest term. So I have some example here, and the question says simplify the following. That is, we have to reduce this fraction to their simplest or to their lowest terms. So for the first one, which is 4 over 6, we look for a number that divides both 4 and 6, and that number is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this fraction 4 over 6 in its lowest term is 2 over 3. For the second one, 9 over 15. Again, we'll look for the common factor of 9 and 15. The number that divides both 9 and 15. That number is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So the fraction 9 over 15 in its lowest term is 3 over 5. Then for the third one, which is the last one in this example, 18 over 36. Again, we look for a number that divides both 18 and 36. That number is 18 itself. 18 in 18 is 1. 18 in 36 is 2. So 18 over 36 in its lowest term is 1 over 2. And that brings us to the end of that example. Our next subtopic is multiplication and division of fraction. How do we multiply fraction and how do we divide fraction? To multiply fraction, 2 over 3 multiplied by 4 over 7, for example, we will multiply the numerator by the numerator and then multiply the denominator by the denominator. So 2 times 4 is 8 and 3 times 7 is 21. We have some example here. 14 over 16 rather, multiplied by 4 over 21. Let's do that here. 14 over 16 multiply 4 over 21. Here it's better reduce the fraction first since there's a common factor between 14 and 21. There's also a common factor between 4 and 16. So 14, 7 can go there. 7 go here too. 7 here rather is 2. And 7 here is 3. 4 here is 1. 4 here is 4. So we have 7 over 4 multiply, is it 7? 2 rather, this is 2 here. 2 over 4 multiply 1 over 3. That will be 2 times 1 over 4 times 3. And 2 times 1 is 2. 4 times 3 is 12. There is a factor between 2 and 12, which is 2 itself. 2 into 1, 2 into 12, 6. So our final answer is 1 over 6. And for the B part, 21 over 24 multiply 16 over 20. Let's reduce this. 21 and 24, 3 can divide both of them. So 3 here is 7, 3 here is 8. 16 and 24 can divide both of them. 4 here is 4. 4 here is 5. So we have 7 over 8 multiply 4 over 5. That will be 7 times 4 over 8 times 5. 7 times 4 is 28, and 8 times 5 is 40. I will look for a number that divides 28 and 40. That will be 4. 4 in 8 is 7. 4 in 40 is 10. So our final answer is 7 over 10. And the last one, let's clear this board so we have space to work the remaining one. So for the last one, that is question C. I have 25 rather. 25 over 13 multiplied by 10 over 35. Let's reduce this fraction. 5 here is 7, 5 here is 2. So that will be 25 times 2 over 13 times 7, which is 50 over 13 times 7. That should be 91. 91, I say 91 and I wrote 90. 91. There's nothing that divides 50 and 91, so we leave the answer that way. And we have another example here on division. We are to divide or simplify the fractions. The first fraction here, 14 over 25 divided by 3 over 61. To divide fraction, the sign of division will change to multiplication. And when that happens, we multiply by the reciprocal of this second fraction. So I will have 14 over 25 multiplied by 61 over 3. Now, is there any number that divides this or this together? I don't think there's any. There's none. So 14 times 61 all over 25 times 3. Then 14 times 61, that will be 854 over 25 times 3 is 75. So let's divide 854 by 75. That is 11. 11 remainder 29. So 29 over 75. So our answer is 11 whole number 29 over 75. And then second one, that is B. I have 5 over 21 divided by 7 over 50. That will be 5 over 21 times 50 over 7. 5 times 50 over 21 times 7. 5 times 50 is 250. And 21 times 7. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. So 147. 250 divided by 1 times 147. 250 divided by 147. That is one whole number. One whole 3 over 147. And lastly, I have 5 over 21 divided by 10 over 7. That will be 5 over 21 times 7 over 10. 7 here 1, 7 here 3. 5 here 1, 5 here 2. So I will have 1 over 3 times 2, 6. 1 over 6. Okay. Then I have a past question here from IGCSE. The question says without a calculator, work out 5 over 7 plus 3 over 8. 5 over 7 plus 3 over 8. We have to look for the common denominator of 7 and 8. The lowest number that divides 7 and 8. And that number is 56. 56 divided by 7 is 8. We multiply that 8 by the numerator, which is 5 in this case. So 8 times 5 plus 56 divided by 87. Multiply that 7 by the numerator, times 3. So 7 times 3. 8 times 5 is 40. 7 times 3 is 21. And over 56. 40 plus 21, that is 61 over 56. 61 divided by 56 is 1. Remainder 5. 1 whole number 5 over 6 is the answer to that question. And that is 3 marks there. And the second one, you see, Lee has a bag containing only red apples and green apples. 2 over 9 of the apples are red. If there are 6 red apples, how many apples are green? Okay. Here we don't know the total number of apples. So we can say let the total number of apples be x. And the question says 2 over 9 of the apples are red. If there are 6 red apples, how many are green apples? So 2 over 9 of x is equal to 6. But 2 over 9 of the apples are red, equal to 6. And off in maths means multiplication. That means 2 over 9 multiplied by x is equal to 6. This x is over 1. Recall that when we multiply one fraction by another fraction, the numerator multiply each other and the denominator multiply each other. So 2 times x is 2x. 9 times 1 is 9, equal to 6 over 1. To find the value of x, we need to cross multiply. 2x times 1 is 2x, and 9 times 6 is 56. 54 rather. 9 times 6 is 54. To get the value of x, we divide both sides by 2. So these two can go. 54 divided by 2. 5 divided by 2 is 2. Remember 1. Put the 1 here, that is 14. Divided by 2, 7. Therefore, the total number of apples is 27. But the question says how many apples are green? So if 6 apples are red, remember it has red and green apples only. So 6 are red. And we have a total of 27, which means 21 are green. So the number of green apples apples is equal to 27 minus 6, which is 21. We have 21 green apple, right? That is 3 marks there. So that brings us to the end of this lesson.